What's up, everybody? This is Les El Blatino Cine Ninja. What up? So I'm making this video on a Thursday, September 13th, 2018 from Durham, North Carolina. And if you've been following the news, Florence is coming! So I wanted to get this video out of the way before Florence came, and I don't know what Florence is gonna do, but apparently it's gonna be really bad. So I'm a little bit on edge. I'm a little bit worried about what's gonna go down. Everything is cool right now, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, I am a filmmaker. I am working on a 1950s style B-movie, sci-fi fantasy movie that I'm having a heck of a lot of fun working on. And I wanted to share a scene, which I believe will be an outtake of the movie, but I don't know, after putting it together and putting some sound on it, I'm really digging it. So I want you to check it out and you tell me if it should be part of the movie or not. So, all right, so here's the thing. Let me give you a little bit of my thought process when it comes to making movies. In movies, they say show, don't tell. So I try to make as much of my movie as possible be just visual imagery. I tell my stories through images and sound. Now, one of the things I find is that, and this always blows me away, no matter how many, I've made a ton of short films, a bunch of movies, and got stuff just sliding. The hurricane hasn't even begun and stuff is already sliding all over the place. Anyways, so I've made a ton of short films, a bunch of videos, and one thing, I don't know, I am always amazed at how movies and films and editing, and I'm always amazed at how it all comes together. You know, I really enjoy the process, but I really also enjoy seeing the final product, because when you see it with all the elements in place, you're like, oh my God. By adding the sound design and by adding the right kind of music, I feel like it just came alive. And, you know, I was thinking like this would be an outtake. This is not gonna make it into the movie. But now that it's got the sound design and the music, I'm like, well, you were wrong, Les El Blatino Cine Ninja. This scene probably needs to go back in the movie because it's saying a lot about your character. It's doing it visually. It's doing it with sound design and the music. And you get a sense of what's going on with this guy. And that's, seriously, that always amazes me when it comes to movies, how like all the elements together, it's magic. It's just magic. And you can communicate so much with so little. I feel like with so little. So what do I mean by with so little? I have the image, you know, what's going on, the acting and everything, like what the character is going through. But then the music, I feel like just brings it to life. And then what he's doing, what the movements and the actions that he's actually taken, like when you add in the sound effects, it's just, all right, so look, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show it to you without sound, without music, so that that's been my experience with it for like the past few months as I've been working on the movie, because I'm just getting around to doing some sound design and some music for the movie, and it's a completely different experience. I've just been watching everything silent all this time. And I think when you do that, you kind of feel like, oh, maybe this isn't so good. This is boring and this and that. Shut up, phone. But now that I've been playing around with putting some sound design and some music into some of the images that I've been living with for months, it's a completely different experience. And I've been making films like close to 20 years, and it always blows my mind. It always blows my mind. Filmmaking, it just blows my mind. Like when you add a little thing here and a little thing there, just the magic happens and you're like, wow, that is so cool. That is so cool. I'm being a nerd right now about this whole filmmaking thing, but look, so this is what it's like silent, okay? Let's check it out. So what do y'all think? Should I cut it from the movie or does it need to be in the movie? I'm feeling like I was like so ready to like cut this scene out. It's you're cutting from floor, cutting room floor. Well, nowadays it's like you're gonna stay in the ones and zeros inside of the computer, whatever it is now. But I was just like ready to get rid of this scene, and I feel like, you know what? I'm keeping it in. This might just work. I'm gonna keep playing around, see what everything is gonna look like once the sound design and the music is in there. And I might even surprise myself. I'm the one making the movie and I'm surprising myself. That's what's dope. I don't know. I don't know. It's, yeah, yeah. I feel like this is probably like, I don't care how many films you've directed. You could be Steven Spielberg, and I bet you there are times when Steven Spielberg is like, shut up, phone. There are times I'm gonna take a guess that there are times when Steven Spielberg is making a movie, he's on set, he gets his image, there's no sound, and he's like, maybe that's not gonna work as well as I thought it would. And then the editor gets his hands or her hands on it. And then the sound designer and the composer, and they take whatever that image was and they do their thing. And then Spielberg looks at it and is like, I've made a bunch of films. I am like one of the most celebrated filmmakers in history, and I still forget. Not that you forget like the magic of movies, but it's like I don't know. Maybe Spielberg, maybe Spielberg is where he is because he does his thing. He gets his like his image or whatever he's filming with no sound, and he just knows like, oh, this is gonna work. I'm Steven Spielberg. This is just gonna work because I know how they, once the music is in there, once the sound design is in there, it's gonna work. Maybe or maybe not. Maybe every time he makes a movie, he feels like a little kid again. He feels like that kid who made his first movie. Every time I make a new project and these elements come together, I feel like it's the first film that I've made. Like it's like the excitement of seeing everything come together. It's there, and that's why I enjoy filmmaking so much, because no matter how much I do it, it's man, it's just magical. Yeah. So, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Am I being dumb to cut this scene from the movie? I mean, the character is supposed to be broken down and just like going through it. He's just like he's in a weird space in his head. And the stuff at the end, I'm not above like certain jokes. It cracks me up, but it's real too. What do we do when we're in private? We do real things when we're in private, all right? Like, right? Like, yeah, like y'all know what I'm talking about. There are all kinds of things that we do when we are by ourselves. And, cutting the cheese. We all cut the cheese, all right? Let's not play around. So, yeah, I guess, I had this idea at the beginning when I was filming this video. Like, I thought I knew what it was gonna be about, and I didn't, because it's become something else. This video is about my love for filmmaking, and I hope if you're a filmmaker out there, this is why we love this shit. Oops. This is why we love making movies and filmmaking and doing this stuff, because it never ceases to amaze me. If you're working on a film or a video that you really enjoy, like, this is what we live for, to see this stuff come to life magically. Come to life magically. I got a bunch of behind the scene videos on my channel of the movie that I'm making and other kinds of videos. So check them out. Subscribe. When you subscribe, hit the bell. The bell will turn on your notifications. So every time I put out a video, you're gonna be like ding, 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 ding on your phone. And basically that'll say, hey, Les El Blatino Sin the Ninja has just released, uploaded a new video. That way you never miss out whenever I put out a new video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching my videos. Seriously, like, y'all know who you are. You watch my videos, and I really appreciate it. I really, 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 really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna keep grinding. I'm gonna finish this movie. It means a lot to me, and I'll get into why it means so much to me in other videos. But for now, check out my boy. He's coming up right.
Subscribe.